So, hi guys!
Hi everyone!
How are you doing? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy 2024! I hope the new year started off wonderfully for all of you.
Yeah, a year of favor from God, a year that we will see His presence. Just a positive year. Yeah.
Amen, Queen. Absolutely. And speaking of which, we can't wait to share some amazing news with you all. But we are so grateful, man. I mean, you've been a great friend of mine for years, and then when I met Helen, I knew I met the one, my forever wife, and then you agreed to take this on, and I know it's not easy mixing business with friendships, but we've done it together, mate, and honestly, I am so thankful for you. Thanks, Lee.
Pleasure, man. That's it. This is the hardest piece of process you, Helen, will ever have to go through in your entire life. There's more to be done, but it's different now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest is just bureaucracy. There's more bureaucracy to come, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
And nothing legally it could go wrong if you get someone horrible kind of thing. No, you've won. Case closed.
Yeah.
Finished. It's behind you already.
Absolutely, mate. And once we've settled in and settled into life on the Gold Coast, we'll catch up as friends first and foremost. But then after that, if you can guide us through what we'll need to do next for Helen to have permanent citizenship in Australia, and
but that's all right. You've got so long now, man. Seriously, you've won now.
Yeah.
You've won. The rest is just red tape. Yeah, but I did it all online. It's already linked to your passport and everything. You could literally, once you absorb. But what I'm saying, whatever plan you come up with, Helen can just walk onto a plane in and out of Australia as she so pleases, pretty much as an Australian permanent resident now. We'll even check. She probably be Medicare when she flies to Australia as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all bad.
Oh, mate. So theoretically, whenever we book flights for Helen, does she need to print this out, or she just shows it digitally?
Well, that's why I did an email. The answer is no, but it wouldn't hurt to have a copy anyway.
Yeah.
But no, it's all electronic now.
Yeah.
It's all linked to passport. So whatever, just do not lose that passport.
Okay. So
that's it.
Oh, right. So when she comes through customs at Brisbane Airport, she just does her passport like normal, and her visa details are connected to her passport.
Yeah. Just like the online system, we can literally see what customs see.
Yeah.
So we've checked it out. It's already there. Just like literally, if I type in England's passport details, obviously they just scan it. I don't know. I can't scan it. I have to put it in. But I type all the details in like she was going through customs, and it all shows. It's already updated around the world.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much for doing everything that they've needed. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for working with us through this journey. I know it's been a difficult one, very challenging. At times I just have to cry. At times I had to question Danny, do we need to do this again? Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Oh, mate.
I'm happy.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Oh, my God. Hey, pass on my Happy New Year to Anik and the family, and much love to you, man, and Nick and the family. We can't wait to catch up with you guys once we're settled in.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Yeah, I still
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, man. We'll never forget this, and yeah, we'll be indebted to you forever, Lee. Thank you, man.
Pleasure, man. All right, enjoy your day, and then start making plans.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
See you soon.
See you soon, my man. Thanks, Lee. Thanks.
God, maybe I'm shaking.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! I can't believe it. I know. Yes. Oh my God. Come here. We are forever. Oh, baby. Oh my God. This is the greatest moment besides meeting you, Helen.
Oh my God!
It's the
Don't
greatest
tell me
moment of my
this is real.
It is. We're not dreaming. I know. I kept on thinking, am I still asleep? Am I still asleep? Am I awake? No, I can feel your kiss. I can hear your voice. We got it. We got it. We never have to worry about visas ever again. Ever again.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Mama. Yes. Thank you, Queen.
We did it, honey.
Yeah. We did it. We did it. You know, when things just seemed like they were too far, you know, so much to overcome, we just stuck together, but it's always going to be you and me, Helen. Just you and me. But patience, faith, commitment and togetherness kept us going. What was it like, a year and a half since we applied? It was like July 2022. 2022 July.
Oh my God! I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. Like, it does. It feels like I'm dreaming. Is this real, Mama?
It's happening.
It's happening. We did it. We can just look into each other's eyes and say, we did it.
We
We
did
did it. Yes.
Oh my God! I can't imagine Mom's reaction and everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Lord,
It'll be
thank you.
amazing. It'll be amazing when you go
Thank
back
you,
and
thank
visit
you
the
so
village
much.
back before we come over. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Guys, I'm still digesting this.
Yeah.
I'm still digesting this.
Yeah.
When I'll be okay, I'll speak. We will
Yeah.
speak.
We will. We'll explain.
In details. But for now,
Yeah.
please let us continue being emotional.
Yeah. We only just found out this morning, guys, that all of our dreams have come true. It's unbelievable.
Because I remember when I woke up in the morning, and I told Danny, like, I've got an email
Yeah.
from the migration agent requesting for one more document from us, because the last document that I uploaded was a polio vaccine, and
Yeah.
I didn't upload my cover, like the cover of the polio vaccination certificate,
Right.
indicating my name and everything. I just sent a photo of the vaccine that I took,
Yeah.
but they requested the booklet, the whole like document of the vaccination.
Yeah. And we were thinking, oh
Yeah.
man, another document.
So
to
I was like,
upload.
oh, Danny, really?
Yeah, exactly.
So I just went and took my polio vaccination certificate, scanned it on my phone, then I merged it into one file and sent to a migration agent.
And you guys have got to understand, we've been doing this for like a year and a half, for like 18 months. We've been getting just messages.
Yeah.
Do this, send this document. It's okay. We've done it. It's the greatest. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. Yes.
And the great thing is, it came. The visa came out while you're over here. Like,
I know.
oh my
Yeah.
God, this
While
was
we're together.
different.
Yeah. Because
It's amazing.
I know, because I was visiting because we hadn't received the visa by
Yeah.
Christmas or New Year. So guys, that was another thing. Like I dreamt of this moment, this day of
Yeah.
receiving the visa for a year and a half, and I'd always dreamt of us being on the phone, like because we have to
this.
be most of the time.
Yeah.
But this is like, it's almost like God has said, you've had so much struggle. Now I'm going to give you the perfect timing to
start
really
a
celebrate.
year,
Yeah, to
yeah.
start 2024.
And start a year too, yeah.
Yeah. But to begin with, we're going to detail in great length how to actually apply for a prospective marriage visa and how to settle and live in the wonderful country of Australia.
Yeah, and the amazing news is we did it!
We did it, guys!
We did it!
We got it!
Yeah, our visa got approved, and
Mwah. We did it, guys.
and before that, guys, we would like to take you through the entire process of applying for the visa and what we were supposed to do to arrive where we are right now.
Yes.
Till our visa was approved.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Queen. Woo! Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're just so happy, guys.
Yeah.
We just feel like we're walking on clouds right now,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just like we're dreaming. So
Yeah.
it's amazing. And
So to begin with, after Daniel's first visit in Kenya back in April 2022, he wanted to see my parents because we saw, like, you know, we felt we found each other and we are meant to be with each other. And I personally felt like, you know, I just want to spend the rest of my life with Danny and I want to grow old together with him. So Danny decided, like, if he's coming back, he'll be coming back in July, that was 2022, we will have to lodge the visa application. That was Prospective Marriage Visa, subclass 300, that we launched 27th July 2022.
That's it, Queen.
Yeah. So we launched our application, and upon launching our application, the requirements that the immigration needed, first we had to open our MA accounts.
Yeah. So that's spelled I-double-M-I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We opened our MA account, then go to migration agent.
It's probably best to explain what the IMI account is. So it's just an online portal, and you create an account just like, you know, so many other types of online services on the internet. And if when you employ a migration agent, that agent is actually the person who has access to your IMI account.
Yeah.
And whenever we would go out and do different tasks, and we'll outline each of those tasks in detail in a short moment, but whenever we would have a document that we needed to submit for our visa, we would get that document, then we would email it to the migration agent, and then the migration agent would then upload it to the IMI account. For which he is responsible for. And Australian immigration, who are deciding on your visa, they have access to look at your IMI account. So they see whether you've got the right documents, whether you don't have, you know, whether certain documents are missing. And that's when they actually will communicate with you, right? Right, babe? They'll send you checklists and different tasks to complete. So basically, we had to complete an application. And the application was quite lengthy, wasn't it, darling?
Yeah.
It involved at least 20 to 30 pages, and it involved, and we'll take you through each, you know, piece of information that we needed to submit. But yeah, initially you have to submit an application for a prospective marriage visa. And yes, we employed an immigration agent to help us with that. And you know, personally, I would probably advise people to do that, to seek out, you know, a legitimate, respected migration agent, because it's quite difficult, I would imagine, to do the whole process by yourself. So that would be my first recommendation. Seek a migration agent to assist you with that. So after submitting the application, the initial application, Helen and I did that together. Then we sent that information on to our migration agent. And he uploaded that. We actually created the IMI account initially together, didn't we? When we were staying together in July of 2022 in Nairobi.
After meeting my parents.
Yes, after meeting my now father and mother-in-law, and several family members. And so then the next step after submitting the application is you actually have to pay an upfront fee.
The application fee, visa processing fee.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, that's why it's, you know, it takes two people who are committed 100% and are ready to give their lives to one another and have a forever relationship together, you know, through the ups, through the downs, and everything in between, because you have to have that commitment to provide that application up front. And you know, you can't send in the application and then just pay when you receive it, if you receive it. You have to send that in up front. And you know, and Helen and I knew all of these things going in, because we did a little bit of research when we were together in Nairobi when we were submitting the application. So we saw what the process would be. Now the actual application fee, and we want to provide real specifics for you guys, okay? We don't want to provide just
we want to
vague
give you information step by step, so that you never know, you might find a soulmate in Australia and you'll be wondering what were the requirements that Helen had to do or to submit for the visa to be approved, revealing to you in detail every step that we had to do and every document that we needed to submit for the visa.
Yes. We would love for this to be the definitive guide on how to get a prospective marriage visa and move to Australia. So, in relation to that, the application fee was, to be specific, 8,198 Australian dollars. And Queen, what is that in Kenyan shillings?
That was approximately 870,000 Kenyan shillings. 870,800, something like that. It's a lot. Almost 1 million Kenyan shillings.
But honestly, guys, you know, when you find that one soulmate, that's your one person forever. So, you know, we never hesitated at any stage. And absolutely. So once we paid that application fee, then immigration sends you obviously a receipt for the payment, noting that they have received and that your application has indeed been submitted. And just one thing in regards to the whole process, you need to be aware that it really takes a lot of faith and patience. Like, immigration in Australia will not tell you or give you updates on how close you are to receiving your application. They will simply send you a receipt for your payment at the beginning. They will let you know that your application has been submitted. And then along the way, the only communication that you should expect to receive is when they're informing you of things that you need to go out and do and complete and submit into your IMI account.
And one of the requirements that I was supposed to do and submit was a health check. I had to do a general health checkup, and I went to IOM in short. So I went to IOM, that is International Organization for Migration. That is people who travel abroad or to foreign countries, they have to go to that International Health Assessment Center to get the health checkup. And once your results are good, they'll submit it to the embassy direct, and whenever you had like a positive test, they will communicate with you, and you have to seek treatment before you travel.
Right. Yes.
So I went there, I did a HIV test, I did urine test, I did chest and x-ray, I did physical chest, like you have to undress yourself, and the doctor was able to examine me like by looking into my eyes, my skin, because there's some diseases they just have to do physical checkup and someone will determine like this person is not okay.
And guys, if I can just state right from the top that Helen has been amazing in going and, you know, getting all these tests conducted. Honestly, honey, it just means the world to have a woman of action, someone who's all in.
We did that together.
We did it together.
So the health checkup charges costed me, I think it was around $250. That was 25,000 something I had to pay, because mine was critical because I'm going there as a permanent resident. They have to conduct everything to show like I am okay, I'm physically okay, and
Yep, so those were the medical assessments that Helen had to provide.
Yeah.
Along with that, and basically within the same day, is it correct that you got the biometrics, your fingerprints completed as well?
Yeah.
I remember that was a big day for you,
Yeah.
Queen. So you got those done quite early, didn't you? Like pretty
Yeah.
much immediately after we
Yeah.
submitted the visa application, because guys, our migration agent directed us in basically as to the things that we would need to complete and the documents that we would need to supply him.
Yeah.
So up front, our agent mentioned, Helen would need a health check, biometrics. So that was simply just fingerprints, wasn't it, babe?
Yeah, just my fingerprints. Then other requirements were to get a police clearance certificate. I also had to get a notary public stamp and signature.
Yeah. And then the other things were, and this was from my end in terms of initiating, but Helen also had to do it. We had to get, and you guys will need to get, if you're travelling down the same path of getting a prospective marriage visa to Australia, you have to get a notice of intended marriage form as well.
Yeah.
So what that involves is setting a wedding date, and then getting whoever the celebrant's going to be, or the priest who's going to preside over your ceremony. And it's an official document. A priest or a celebrant will have access to this in Australia. And so I had to sign that in person with the priest and provide some proof, just a driver's license and a passport. The priest signs off on it. Then I would scan that document and send it to Helen.
Yeah.
And then Helen would have to go to a notary public.
Yeah.
And here in Nairobi. And we've had to get quite a few of those. We're on our third one.
Yeah.
Aren't we, by the end of it, Queen? Because obviously we've been waiting for the visa and we'd set a wedding date, and then when we're still waiting for the visa and then it passes past the wedding date, we would have to reschedule our wedding date.
Yeah, another requirement that I was supposed to get was a polio vaccination certificate. I specifically went to Mpisha to get my polio vaccine, which I did, and that was...
It was in October.
Yeah, in October 2022.
Yeah, because we've just had to look at that document, guys, because you'll find out later on, but that was the last document we had to submit before we got the amazing news.
Yeah. Another thing we had to do is to provide a relationship history statement, both from me and Danny, and also from our close friends who had met us, to explain that they've met us and our relationship is genuine, and
genuine and continuing, they say on the so you're right, babe. Yeah, genuine and continuing is your relationship, and that the word genuine, you genuinely intend to marry and live in Australia is what the criteria says on, and it's actually, to let you guys know, it's called a 888 form, okay, 888 form, and it's an official document that's supplied by the Australian government. You can find them online. And that's what you need to search for. And what they specifically ask for, and they, as in immigration, they ask for 2 witnesses that personally are close to Helen, that can testify to our committed relationship and that we genuinely intend to marry and live in Australia. And 2 statements of people who know me as well, and obviously know of our relationship, that can testify to the genuine nature of our relationship. So we submitted those, and that would have been not long after your health checkup. It's basically all at the same time. Our migration agent told us this is what you'll need to do, along with the health checks that Helen would need to get, and the biometrics.
So after submitting our visa application, our marriage visa application in July, in December I applied for visiting visa just to visit Danny, and it wasn't approved because they said another reason it wasn't approved because I had a relationship with Danny, and that they were concentrating on processing my marriage visa than the visiting visa. Yeah,
it was obviously incredibly disappointing at the time, but guys, when you've met that special one, you know that there's going to be obstacles in life, and that's just part of life. So it's
not going to be a smooth journey. It's a journey that will contain patience, perseverance, understanding each other, and always being there for each other.
Exactly, just sticking with each other, just sticking together.
And not forgetting God, because always we have put God in everything that we've been doing towards this visa process. And I can say God decided to surprise us.
It was an amazing surprise. Yeah.
In a miraculous way, which we really appreciate, and we are humbled.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, you're 100% right, Queen. And so we got over the disappointment of the visitor's visa. And you know, we did that through many ways. You know, I then went and visited Helen and spent Christmas and New Year here in Nairobi, and we just made sure that we kept our eyes on the prize, and the prize is we're together forever. We will be getting married in Australia. It's going to take a little bit longer. Yes, we wanted to be in Australia through the visitor's visa, but we just hung tight. We stuck together. And of course, if you have a genuine true love, you'll want to do that anyway.
During our visa, like when we submitted that application, we had written down the dates that we intend to get married, and that was July 1st last year, which did not happen because the immigration did not communicate with us and did not update us on anything, you know, in regards to our visa. And we got so frustrated, let's be honest, we got so emotional. And then he came to Kenya and consoled together with me. Because we were expecting like it's gonna happen that time, but also upon checking the immigration website for the Australian government, there were updates that they had posted in regards to the visa process. So they had initially increased the processing times for the visa. So 25% of visa that will be approved will take at least 6 months. Then 50% will take 11 months, 75% will take 21 months, and 100% will take 36 months. So I was like in between 75% because it took us 17 months.
Right. Yeah. That's it, honey. And really well explained.
Thank you.
So, when we had to bypass our first wedding date, as Helen said, you know, obviously it was emotional, it was difficult. But we always stick tight. You know, every single holiday that I had from my work, I was here, making sure that my lady was all good, you know, that we were getting through this temporary time. We would always talk about this temporary time. There's no more temporary times now, babe.
So from July, because we did not receive any visa updates, we decided to change our wedding dates to December 2023, which also did not happen because in November we got an email from the migration saying like we have to submit our documents afresh because we've reached 1 year and it's like they expired and they want like new documents. So I had to get a police clearance certificate within 28 days. I had to get a police clearance certificate of no impediment, showing that I've never been legally married, I've never been divorced. And I also had to get the notice of intended marriage to be stamped by the notary public and signed. I also had to get a new polio vaccination certificate.
It was. So guys, that's something, Helen makes a great point there with our surprise email in November of 2023. So already we were like 15, 16 months deep into our application waiting time. 15, So just something to be aware of for all of you out there who are going through or considering this process. If your waiting time since you applied for the visa takes longer than 12 months, just expect and be aware that you will be asked
to submit new documents again.
So you don't get a surprise like we did. And again, we had to console each other because we were
honestly, I was like, Danny, is it really a must we do this again? Because we've already submitted all the documents that they needed. I was so frustrated. I cried.
Yeah.
Because I can see the struggle, the hard work, the effort that we've put towards this, and it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So we also had to provide evidence of our relationship to state if our relationship is still continuing or if we've parted ways. we also had to submit like evidence and enough proof of our relationship. So we had to provide like we had
Written statements.
yeah we had to provide the date and the photos of our traditional wedding, and a statement showing that Daniel has already paid my dowry, and the parents and the whole community have released me to get married. And because once someone pays your dowry, he's your husband. He's automatically your husband. And we also had to provide that. And Danny also had to complete a sponsorship form showing that he's sponsoring me to come to Australia.
And I also had to get a police clearance certificate as well. So if you're the sponsor or the resident in Australia in the relationship, you'll also need to get a police clearance. So just expect that. And
also Danny had to get a certificate of no impediment and was sent by DHL to Kenya.
Yes. So I had to get my passport certified by a notary public. And for those Australians out there who are going to go through this process, you guys, a lot of you, unless you're in the industry of law, you might not know what a notary public is. So, because we don't use them much, we use JPs, justices of peaces mostly.
Should be notary, specifically notary.
Yeah, that's right, babe.
Not Prince of Justice.
Helen actually schooled me and explained that particular title of notary public. So I was able to locate a notary public, of course, and they are widespread. You'll be able to find one easily enough in Australia. And I had to send that to Helen via DHL.
Then once I got that, I went to Sharia House to the Office of Attorney General, where I submitted my application for certificate of no impediment, which costed us around $100. For that certificate, and it took about 3 weeks. Because it was approved on the 15th.
Right.
And we had submitted that on the 29th of November, and it was approved on the 15th of December. So from there, we were hoping something that. We were hoping like our visa will be approved in December last year, which did not happen. So Danny came to Kenya, and we're still spending our holidays together here in Kenya. And we went to the village just to spend maybe New Year's Eve with the family. Then came back on the 2nd. Then on the 3rd in the morning, I received an email and I had to check up what was it about. Then the email was like I had to submit my polio vaccination certificate, because the previous one that I submitted, it didn't have my cover, the cover of the certificate, because it didn't show who the vaccine was, who did the vaccine, it didn't show my name. So I had to submit the full booklet, like the cover of the document and also the vaccination page.
Right.
So after like 3 minutes, actually I was doing my hair here.
Yes, you were, Queen.
I said, Danny said, because you are doing your hair, let me prepare breakfast. Say, no worries. So I was busy and doing my hair after submitting that last document, and in 10 minutes, I saw Danny's phone ringing, and I called, Danny, your phone is ringing. Maybe it's Mom who's calling and she wants to wish us a Happy New Year. Then I was shocked or surprised. It was a call from our migration agent. He just said, you guys did it. We did it. I'm like, repeat yourself, please. Because I had to hear him, like I had him repeat that 2 times, because I wanted to hear it, because I was still thinking like, am I dreaming? But no, I wasn't.
Thank you, God. I know, Queen. Yep, it was the most incredible moment, guys. I can't tell you, we were so emotional, just tears of joy, and
We forgot about breakfast.
forgot about everything. Yeah,
I forgot about undoing my hair.
yeah, yep, we sure did.
And we just cried because
Yeah.
it's been a long and tough, difficult journey. It hasn't been a smooth journey. It's been a difficult one, tough one, and we finally did it.
We did it.
I can say it's been a great journey because we've been there with each other, we've been there for each other.
Yeah.
And actually, throughout this visa process thing, I haven't been myself. I used to call Danny at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. just to know, yeah, Danny, I'm not sleeping. And then he asked me, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm having difficulty sleeping. Then he says, is it something that you can talk to me? I said, actually, there's nothing that's troubling me, but I'm not just having peace of mind. I can't sleep. And once he, after just hearing his voice, sweet words, then I immediately fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just really proud of Helen, and I'm proud of the journey that we've taken, because as Helen said, it hasn't been easy, guys.
Yeah.
Helen's had difficulty sleeping, hasn't always felt herself. I can say from me too, I've always been and tried to be that strong man for Helen, and always there, and I have been, and I always will be.
With the prospective marriage visa, that is subclass 300, I'm allowed to be a permanent resident in Australia, and upon traveling, upon arriving to the Australian customs and checking points, I will not have to submit maybe my passport with a stamp from the Australian embassy, no, because my passport is electronically linked with the marriage prospective visa.
Yes.
So all will be good.
Yeah, it's such a convenient process, like our migration agent explained to us, that it's simply attached to Helen's passport. Helen will have the privileges and the rights of any Australian citizen. She'll be able to work, she'll be able to, if she wants to study, she gets access to healthcare, tax file number, just everything that I have. Someone who was born and raised in Australia, like myself, Helen has that. Just so you guys know, some of the rules are, once you receive the prospective marriage visa, you do have 9 months to get married.
Yeah.
So you have to get married within that period of time. If you exceed that, you do jeopardise the possibility of them becoming a permanent citizen, a citizen of Australia down the track. So the fact that Helen has a prospective marriage visa with myself, we have our wedding date and we'll be getting married, well within that time period. Yeah. And then we move on to the final stage, which our migration agent will assist us with in allowing Helen to be an Australian citizen. And then the journey of the visa is completely over. I mean, it's already over essentially, because as our agent explained to us, it's just really formalities from this point forth.
And we also like to thank our migration agent, because it happens to be Danny's friend.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's a long-time friend of mine.
We pressurized you so much.
I know. And we still have some queries for him upon moving to Australia, but it's okay. That's,
It will be great because we'll meet each other physically.
Yeah, exactly. No, but thanks a lot, Lee. You've been amazing, mate. And sorry if we've pressured you at different times. But it's just because, Helen and I, we
were
love
all
each
new
other so
to
much.
this, and we wanted to know more about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for working with us throughout this journey, and it's just but the start. Let's keep being together, supporting each other. Great things are yet to come. We love you, we cherish you.
Yes, thank you so much for your support. We greatly appreciate it.
Team Hellen and Daniel, we did it!
Team Hellen and Daniel, we did it, mama. Woo!
We did it.
Mwah.
Mwah.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2024.
Let's go to Australia.
Yeah.
Now.
We'll see you in Australia real soon.
I can't believe this is happening.
It is.
We